Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are building something that, honestly, I've been looking forward to building since the start of this island. And that is the school. I don't know why I'm announcing it all dramatically. You saw the thumbnail. You know what you've gotten yourself into. So let me sort of give you the lay of the land before we truly get into it. So down there is the Able Sisters in the park, both decorated in earlier videos, and then we come up this incline and arrive in the school. What's that? Did you already start decorating without the people, Emily? Walking down here, I want it to be sort of an outdoor area where the students can eat lunch, and then at the end we have this one patch on the other side of Doc's house, as well as a bridge. I did actually build this bridge off camera. I knew that I wanted it here with that infinite river looking thing, and I needed to know where that was gonna go before I decorate the school. Don't get excited though. This isn't even a part of today's build, and we're not even going to touch it today. It does have a cool view of the secret beach though, so that's nice. Okay, no more bridge. Let's actually start with today's speed build. First, I want to decorate the left side of Doc's house. Now, the trained eye will notice that Doc's house is, well, not there. And yes, you are correct. I actually was so excited to start decorating that I just decided I was gonna buy Doc's amiibo, because I've gone on 3 villager hunts for him already, and him not being here is, what's a good word for this? Stunting the inspiration I have for his school. Yeah, that sounds right. So Doc will be here in the next few minutes. I just got a head start before he arrived. So as you're seeing, I'm thinking that this should be a little bus stop. I wasn't originally going to build a bus here, but I found this really cute one on Pinterest, and because it has these little holes in the windows, it gave me an idea. Gyro's on the bus! And a duck is the bus driver! I chose these 3 gyroids specifically because I like how they sound together. Oh, it's beautiful. Gosh, I love gyroids. Gyroids on the bus go round and round, round and round. Round and no. Gyroids can't go round and round on the bus. That makes no sense. He could, actually, but there are no bendoids on the bus. Okay, back to the bus stop, Emily, come on. I'm trying to keep the color scheme for the school Doc's colors, so primarily red and blue, but I also didn't mind sneaking in a few pops of other colors either. The bus stop was pretty easy and self-explanatory. I do go back later once Doc's house is in place and throw in a few more items, but this is basically how I left it for now. After throwing in my stone path with the path borders around it, of course. I definitely don't want any path in the rest of the school, because the students obviously go outside for recess, and I don't know about you, but I don't want to pay the lawsuit if a kid falls on the hard stone ground and busts their head open. Wow, that went dark really quickly, my bad. Moving on. It's time for us to get started on the outdoor seating area now. We're just going in with these outdoor tables. I originally wanted a different table, one that's actually 4x4, but I think the one that I wanted doesn't actually exist. You know that plastic bench in front of the park? Well, I thought there was a plastic table that matches the plastic bench, and it's pink and 4x4. Like, I swore it existed. I swear it exists now, but I literally cannot find it. I don't have one on my Switch Lite island, and the 5 treasure islands I went to for this video didn't have them either. So we're improvising with these 2x2 outdoor tables and smushing them together. Now, I wanted this lunch area to be really natural looking, so I'm filling it with lots of bushes. I mixed in a little bit of fencing too, just to break up the bushes a little bit, and I decided to add some trees in for height wherever the game would let me place them, and even one where the game wouldn't let me place one, because for some reason I really wanted a tree right here, this exact spot. So I had to do the tree glitch. Let's see if I remember it. So you make a 3x3, break the corner off completely, and water, and water, and water. Nope, wrong way. And water, and climb, and plant. Woo! Yay, you did it! But I think with that size tree, you would have actually been fine planting it normally. Thanks for wasting all of our time. Everyone appreciates it. I decided to add in more of a mixture of chairs. I had some red and blue folding chairs, as well as one lone froggy chair. Maybe the froggy chairs are the seats inside the classroom, and there isn't enough seats outside for everyone. So a student just dragged the seat out of the classroom and to the lunch table. Sorry, in my mind, everything needs to have a reason for being there. It can't just simply exist. Speaking of that, it's time for my favorite part of any build, adding the story. And by that, I mean I make crap up as I'm decorating. And as I did so, I began to learn about the personalities of each of the students that attends Doc's Academy. Firstly, we seem to have two very close friends over here. They're scribbling in this scrapbook, probably their own shared diary or something. We then have this student, who is that one kid we all had in school. This is the one that always had their mom bring them McDonald's or Chick-fil-A for lunch every single day. Next to him, we have the actual good student, catching up on some of the day's homework so they don't have to do it later. Good on them. Over here, we have the polar opposite, because this student is just playing Stardew Valley. This is also called, I found this custom design last night and I need to include it in a build ASAP. Then we have a student who is hydrating themselves. Good for them, but that water bottle is dangerously close to that laptop now that I think about it. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, too late. Lastly, we have a normal student just eating food. And finally, this student is reading a book. I decided to put down a trash can and this little Rossetti model. Oh my gosh. It just clicked in my head why his name is Rossetti. Because if you add an N and G at the end of his name is resetting. And he used to get mad at you for resetting your game. Oh my goodness. I promise I've played this game for 10 years. Anyway, just sprinkled a few more custom design flowers and weeds around, and then it was time. Ooh, I need to fix the exterior of this house as fast as possible. But Doc is here now, so yay! And oh my gosh, he looks so silly with different glasses on. I love it. Now that his house is down, I decided the path the bus stop has should be extended underneath the steps of the house. I also decided that I want this area to be a little PE section, and so I put down this wooden block stereo. Sometimes for my PE classes when I was younger, the coach would have a few different activities we could do. And by that, I mean he had soccer outside, or if you decided to stay in the pavilion, he literally just turned on music and made you dance for the whole hour. Yeah, I don't think that was a normal PE thing to do, but all the boys would go and play soccer, and all the girls would, dance. What would usually happen was this one girl who obviously took gymnastics or some sort of intensive dance class would dance in the center of the pavilion, and then all the other girls would just gather around and watch her. They wouldn't dance, they would just stare at the one girl doing kicks and cartwheels and whatever other fancy acrobatics she knew. And then they would just gossip about whatever was happening at the school during that time. Which, you know, I guess that's a normal thing for girls to do at school. I wasn't one of those people. I was just in my own little world and barely talked to anybody. But the weirdest part about this whole scenario was that if anybody started dancing that wasn't the gymnastics girl, every other girl in the pavilion would stop their conversations and give you a dirty look. But then 5 minutes later, the coach would yell at us to dance, or else he'd shut off the music and we'd be forced to go outside in the humid 115-degree Florida weather and play soccer with all the boys. So everyone was usually dancing by the end of PE because obviously nobody wanted to be outside under the bright beaming ball of fire that's the Florida sun. Speaking of, you know what the perfect addition to sweaty children or the hot sun is? Popsicles! That way the popsicles can instantly melt into a big puddle of sugary, sticky food dye all over Doc's students' hands. Appendages, I mean. We've decided that the official terminology for Gyroid's arms are appendages. But seriously though, who used to eat those 50-cent popsicles that were in the little plastic pouches, and then they had the straws on either end to like suck up all the melted popsicle juice? Gosh, those are like the most perfect thing to enjoy at like the end of the school year. I was trying to kind of mimic that here, but Red only wanted to give me ice cream cones today, so there's some regular old ice cream mixed in here too. I decided to mix up the PE area a little bit. For some reason this section kept giving me problems. You may have noticed me messing with this area a lot over the course of this speed build. Here's me putting those last items in the bus stop, and going crazy with the custom designs means that we're almost done. I don't have any music on this island, so I tried KK Fair out and I'm gonna need some more music. Finally filling that table up with stuff. Gosh, that took way too long, Emily, come on. And then we gyroid. And of course, duckify as well. Totally because I love ducks equally as much as gyroids, not because they are way easier to get. That was a half joke, by the way. I do love the ducks a lot, but I like using them along with gyroids, mainly because gyroids take longer to create a horde of compared to ducks. Here's the finished build. We got our beautiful bus stop with all of our lovely gyroids sitting on the bus. Our little outdoor lunch area where some of the students eat lunch. Some of them have other priorities, but you know, I won't judge. We also have the adorable little ice cream popsicle cooler area where everyone can go to get a little sweet treat on this hot school day. Moving up here, we have the PE area where you can play ball, dance to music, or just have a little hydration break at the hydration table. And then we can keep moving left to go over the bridge and to all the future builds we will create. I love all the contrasting colors of this build. I feel like, especially at the bus stop, the yellow and red really pop next to the blue. It's very eye-catching and so satisfying to look at for some weird reason. I do think there's a bit of dead space in between all the little sections, but I don't mind because this is the route you need to take to get to pretty much the whole rest of the island. So if I filled it with too many items, it would really just become inconvenient to me and anybody else that may visit the future dream address. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I tried editing this speed build a little differently than I have in the past. Let me know if you prefer this style better, or maybe you didn't even notice a difference and me just pointing it out made it worse and now you hate it. Who knows? I don't know. You know. Tell me please. I hope that you all have an amazing day and I will see you in the next video.